Agregar fuente multimedia.
Hello and welcome to the pre-show for another Bungie stream. We are here today to reveal Warmind, the second expansion to Destiny 2. This is a final mic check. We are adjusting our audio levels. You should do the same. This is the sound of my voice to use as a test pattern. I'm Deej, I will be your host. The stream will begin in approximately 4 minutes. Talk to you then.
Hola, ¿qué tal, máquinas? ¿Cómo estáis? Buenas, aquí estamos preparados para ver el directo de Bungie de Destiny 2. A ver qué es lo que nos trae. A ver qué es lo que nos trae este nuevo DLC que sale el día 8 de mayo. Voy a poner los auriculares. Un minuto. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! El directo estará en inglés, chavales. Yo no puedo traducir, no sé inglés, pero iré comentando lo que me gusta y lo que no me gusta. ¿Trae?
¿Y eso te lo han pagado?
¿Eh? Pero no lo ha sacado.
¿Eh?
No lo he sacado.
¿Por qué?
¿No?
¿No se cabía de dinero? ¿Cuándo te la cabía?
Bueno, por 20 y tantos euros.
Sí, tanto.
¿Cómo que no? En la cartilla lo pone. En la cartilla lo pone. Yo lo acabo de mirar. 24 euros. ¿Qué habéis pagado?
Hello and welcome to the reveal stream for Warmind, the second expansion to Destiny 2. I'm Deej and I'll be your host, and I will be joined in the hot seats today by many waves of developers to talk about different aspects of this new piece of content that comes out May 8th. That will be a fitting theme for this stream, but we'll tell you why in a few moments. First, I'd like to introduce you to some of the creative leadership that has driven this project together. We have Evan Nikolic from Bungie.
Hey.
And we have Brent Gibson from Vicarious Visions.
Hello.
So this is an interesting milestone because we've talked about our partnership with Vicarious Visions before.
Yeah.
We've introduced our community to some members of your team when we were bringing the PC build out into the wild for the first time. But this is the first time that we have ever sat in these chairs together as partners to talk about how we can create a new adventure from scratch together. So talk to me a little bit about what you do in your respective studios, and then we'll explore the way we've been working together. So what would you say you do here?
So I'm the design director on the Bungie side for Warmind, and I describe my role primarily as like getting the two studios to work together, coordinate to build this product, and then making sure that we're staying in lockstep as we build the next Destiny experience.
Mm-hmm. Common creative vision.
Yep.
Two studios. So when you take that common creative vision into Vicarious Visions, what role did you play?
Yeah, I'm the creative director for the studio, and my job is really to work with the entire team to make sure that their creative ideas are making their way into the game and that they make sense as a complete package.
Yeah. Many developers.
Lots of people.
Many disciplines.
Yep.
Yeah, we're always reminding people that Destiny is a game that takes a lot of people to make. There's no one thing that we accomplish with any one person.
No.
There's a lot of people that worked on this one, and I imagine they're all watching because they're excited to see their hard work being seen by eager players for the first time.
Yep.
So what's it like when you're working together, two studios coming together and coming up with an
Un
idea?
traductor aquí.
Whose
que no me
idea
entero de
was it for
nada.
us to go to these new places and to fight these enemies? and
Dice
to
que la
discover new
segunda
heroes?
expansión va a
How
ser
does
igual
that
de
work?
mierda que la primera.
We talk about this a lot, and I think the thing that
Que la raid va a ser
I like about
otro
our
cubil
partnership
de
so much
de
is
30
that
minutos.
we really don't know where the ideas begin and end. Like everybody's been working really hard
Y
to make
que no
sure
le están
that this
haciendo
is
ni
like
puto
a
caso a la
truly
comunidad.
collaborative effort, and that we're all taking the best ideas regardless of where they come from to make the best game we can.
Yeah, I mean, and
Pero que no
that's
se
what's
hace.
been great about working with VV is that we just started with a single goal of like we need to make an expansion to Destiny, and working with VV, bringing in their passion for Destiny, but then also bringing the new perspectives and then a different way of like approaching how we build the game and the new experiences we're creating for this release.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you're going to see in this build that are like VV special sauce. There's some strengths that we had.
Esperemos que esta
that we
segunda
felt that
expansión
would be a
pues
huge
sea algo
addition
mejor que la
to
primera, que
Destiny
fue
as a brand, and so
fue
when you
una
get
birria
through
de
Warmind,
expansión.
you're actually going to see some of that stuff in the game.
incluso la beta
So we have the
del
potential
año
to
pasado en
surprise some
verano
players with
pesaba
some new
más
things,
que lo que
but
pesó la expansión
it's
de
still the
serie.
world of Destiny.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
still
Oh,
Destiny.
absolutely.
You-
El nombre
you know,
pintaba muy
VV
bien, le
brought
podrían haber
their-
sacado mucho
their
partido.
bend to it, but it definitely is
Pero
still Destiny.
fue
I'm definitely proud of what
desde la
we've
Casa de los
done.
Lobos
What's it been like for you guys to come into this
la segunda
development
peor
process and to
expansión
learn new
de la
tools
saga
and to,
Destiny?
join us in this
Esta
crazy,
que tiene un
chaotic
nombre-
web that we weave?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is like it's been
Tiene un
2
nombre
years
raro.
Yeah.
of building this relationship, and
De Warning,
I described
el
Evan
Extratega.
as kind of our Sherpa
Pues la
up the
verdad que solo por el
mountain,
nombre
like
ya
learning
parece
how
una
to make
puta mierda.
Destiny.
El juego luego está bien.
And
Tú
we really
sabes.
had to come at it like super hungry. And these guys have been amazing mentors. This is a big, complex game. There's a lot going on to it, and we have to, there was a lot of work that went into that 2 years to learn that.
I know that we've had a lot of people from your studio visiting us. I know that we've sent people from Bungie to go and live and work among your people. So
Yeah. Our frequent flyer mile pool is massive.
well, it was your idea to be in Albany, New York.
Ya está bebiendo whisky.
So I want to talk about our goals for this project, and we're going to take a look at some gameplay soon, but we want to set your expectations for what we set out to achieve with Warmind. I actually encountered a tweet from Paris from Gamertag Radio yesterday, and there's a lot of people in the Destiny community who are looking at our roadmap, and they're talking about the things that we want to do to transform the player experience, to enhance the hobby that revolves around Destiny. We had a long conversation about these things with members of our community in our first community summit We're pretty happy with the way that went down, so I'm hoping there will be more of those in the future. But we are looking to do a lot of things to Destiny. Update 114 was a step in that direction.
Yep.
Warmind is the next delivery of content and transformative enhancements to the way we play Destiny. And Paris from Gamertag Radio said, "Think it's safe to say that we want new and exciting things to do and explore, while also giving us an earned challenge for those that enjoy activities in the end game." So this May 8th, that's what a lot of people in our community are looking forward to. New things to do, new ways to play, an injection of new challenges into the end game. You think you can satisfy that with Warmind?
Yeah, I definitely think we're hitting some of those beats and satisfying what players want. I think you put as like this is the next step of where we want to take Destiny. So we got all new destination to explore. We're putting a bunch of secrets in the destination we want you guys to find and tell stories about. New story and campaign, new adventures. We have a new endgame activity called Escalation Protocol that we'll cover more later today. We want to challenge players. We have a new raid layer. We're bringing PvP ranking in, private matches, new PvP maps, like all up. I think we have a very big package and offering here, and we hope to keep players engaged for the coming weeks.
We've layered so many things into this game. I challenge players to find it all.
Yeah.
There's so much.
They accept that challenge.
Yes.
Careful challenging our community. So we're going to a new destination. Where exactly are we going?
Yes, so we're going to back to Mars, and so it's a place that if you've played D1, like it's a place you're familiar with, but it's a different take on what we have here. We call it Hellas Basin. It takes place in the polar ice cap of Mars, and whereas we're discovering Rasputin awakening.
Yeah, Rasputin. Just leaping off that, Rasputin has woken and set off a chain of events solar system wide. So you're seeing like warsats raining down from the sky, and specifically on Mars, this is causing the ice caps to melt.
Let's show while we tell. We're going to break live. We have a fire team on the surface of Mars. You may have been to Mars before, but this is an entirely new landing.
Otra vez de nuevo.
So let's take a look at what we can see here. You said the polar ice
Otro
caps of
refrito
Mars are
de
melting.
Bungie, como suele hacer con sus armas.
There's a view of the sky.
Armas
box. We can
refritas del
see our
1,
old friend
pues
Phobos
ahora
in the
venga,
distance.
un refrito del planeta
And
Marte
let's
del 1
see,
seguro.
we've got some space
Son
junk
otra
raining down
zona
from the skies.
diferente, pero...
And then if we pivot
Otro copia y
left,
pega.
we can actually see what you were talking about.
Se han quedado sin ideas
So
en
the
este
polar
juego.
ice caps are receding.
Yes, and
Entre
they're
Activision,
uncovering
Bungie
a
y la
time
comunidad de
capsule
Destiny han destrozado el
left
juego.
on Mars, which is Clovis Bray. It's
Bray,
the
yes.
cradle of invention. It's the birthplace of all the technology that we know in the Destiny universe today, and it also happens to be the birthplace of Rasputin. So in the distance there, you can
Una
see
pistola con una mirilla nueva,
that we have
Ojo.
a
Mirilla de
huge
punto.
facility, and this is Rasputin's stronghold.
And it wouldn't be Destiny if we didn't have public events and crazy things happening in an ambient world. So Rasputin is on Mars. You're telling me Rasputin was born on Mars. We don't want to overspoil the story elements that we're going to learn in this game. Hot take from the community. Stop telling me everything I'm going to learn.
Absolutely.
Stop mortgaging the gameplay to make your streams awesome. So we're going to leave a lot of the player discovery on a lot of the story for the actual player experience. I'm sure you'll explain to us how Rasputin can be on Mars and in old Russia at the same time.
Yeah.
And we will satisfy all of these curiosities. I know we have plans to do that. For the time being, this is your first glimpse of the place on Mars where you'll be exploring, where you'll be playing. This is where the campaign will take place.
Los
But then
enemigos que
even
han
after
metido
the
no son
campaign
nuevos.
is over, you have reasons for us to
¿Cuándo
come
meterán
back to
una
this
nueva
place.
raza en el juego?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have thawing right next to
Con la llegada de las naves del final
Rasputin,
de la
we have
historia.
the hive. So we have a whole new frozen hive that's on destination that's there to challenge
Ese arma
the
es un
players.
fusil
Like part of that hive
explorador.
awakening is like we have the escalation protocol event. That's a ritualized public event that we encourage you to play over and over again with escalating waves of difficult combatants to fight. And on top of that, we have plenty of secrets and lore squirreled away and hidden in parts of the destination. And like we're really looking forward to players like unearthing that and uncovering that and learning more about like the Bray facility and the Bray family.
Yep.
It's been an interesting construct of science fiction where you have the company You have the corporation, and you have the evidence of commerce, whether it's Wayland Yutani or whether it's the Tyrell Corporation. So Clovis Bray is our own storytelling fictional corporation, and we're going to learn a little bit more about Clovis Bray, including some of the people that were involved in the operation of Clovis Bray. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. We're actually introducing Anna Bray.
Anna Bray.
Anna Bray.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Anna Bray is a new hero that we will encounter during our adventures. Anna Bray is she serves an important role in the storytelling as well as the player experience.
Yeah, she's a cornerstone of a lot of the things that we're doing in Warmind.
Okay.
And so she'll be your friend along the adventure. She's going to be your vendor. And she's going to be, like I said, that cornerstone of unraveling the relationship between Rasputin and Clovis Bray.
Well, we're going to actually show the
Destiny ha perdido la magia, han perdido las ganas con este juego.
And this is going to be an introduction to Anna Bray. If you don't want any spoilers, this would be a wonderful opportunity for you to go and fix yourself a tasty beverage, because we're going to play the prologue in just a moment here. Before we do that, I want to thank Evan Nikolic and Brent Gibson for being on stream with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for the work that you've done to give us new things to play and talking to us a little bit about your creative vision for this expansion. Warmind comes out on May 8th, and we hope you'll be right there with us to help bump into us in the wild, play some Escalation Protocol, and shoot some Frozen Hive in the face as they come out from underneath these receding ice caps, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been waiting almost 2 years now. We're really looking forward to May 8th.
Cool. All right. Well, anything else you want to say to the Guardians who are watching?
Good luck playing.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to hearing the stories you guys come up with.
All right. Well, with that, thank you so much for being on stream. We're going to put our next round of developers in the seats, but for the time being, this is Anna Bray.
Vale, vamos a ver.
Guardians aren't supposed to investigate their past. That's the rule.
Qué alma más rara era, ¿no?
But I'm not good with rules. Not when there's this much at stake.
Coño.
The Clovis Bray tech in that building allowed us to colonize the system during the Golden Age. We,
Es una cazadora.
they,
Anastasia Bray.
sought to create peace for all humanity. Which is ironic, because they also built Rasputin, the single most powerful weapon in the solar system. Either way, it's all been entombed on Mars since the collapse. Along with something far more terrifying.
So that was Anna Bray. And these are the next two developers, the next wave of creators that are going to introduce us to the things that you made. We have Jacob Benton.
How's it going, Deej?
It's good. Good to have you here. And we have Ben Womack.
Hola, Creator.
Good morning. Gentlemen, we're going to take a look at Escalation Protocol, which has been described as a cyclical, ritualized endgame activity that you have put into Warmind.
Yep.
Before we jump into that, give me an idea as to what you do at Bungie.
Yeah, I'm a designer, so I work on encounters and activities and things like Escalation Protocol.
Okay.
So I was the lead designer for this team that made Escalation Protocol, so I was there to help the team succeed and get all their talents up forward in the game. People can see it.
So we're going to take a look at, we have a fire team all assembled to play Escalation Protocol. Before we do that, here they are in Destination. Talk to me about your goals for this activity. What did you set out to create here?
So the #1 goal was trying to make a challenging endgame experience that people really wanted to come back to and aspire to finish.
Lo ponen en el título,
We know
claro,
that the community and our friends, and internally we've been wanting bigger challenges in the game.
Yeah, like something we can go home and play at night and like really feel
Dos tíos
challenged
hablando
by.
inglés, ¿no?
We've heard the community feedback that maybe
Pero vamos,
Destiny 2
lo
isn't
que dice
hard
no me
enough.
interesa, sino lo que salga.
Yes, we've heard that.
We heard it.
This is your
Very loud
answer
and
to
clear.
that feedback.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one of our answers.
Okay, just one of our answers to the
Yeah.
feedback that Destiny could be a little bit more challenging. All right, anything else that you want to say about it before we take a look at it in action?
Yeah, there's a couple cool features about it. It's has a lot of the characteristics of public events that you already see.
Pues
in
llevo
public zones
diciendo
in
2
Destiny.
semanas que sale el 8 de
That
mayo.
If it's running, anyone else
Yo a
can run
veces
up to
creo
it and
que
do the same
no
play. We're really trying to get
escucháis,
people
no
to,
estáis en el
join
canal,
up, even if
estáis
they're not the same
pensando
fire
en
team, to overcome the same
la
challenges.
musaraña.
One big difference though is you can start it at any
Llevo
time
diciendo
as a
2
player.
semanas
Like, you can walk up and start it. It's
y
not
esta
like regular
expansión sale el
public
día
events
8 de
where
mayo.
they're on a
Pues
schedule.
sinceramente
You
a
could be
veces creo
running
que no me
this pretty
escucháis.
much 24/7.
Que no hacéis ni puto caso, estáis aquí por estar.
Challenge accepted.
Good.
So in that case, should we take a look at exactly how a player would activate Escalation Protocol?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a bunch of people assembled in this public space, which means that they can play together, but other people can come up and play with them. And with the interaction, what do we see rising up out of the ground here?
So this is some technology that Rasputin has embedded in Mars around his area in the public zones. And whenever it activates, it draws waves of hive into the location. And Rasputin's doing this because he wants you to take all of them out before the device deactivates and the hive manage to escape. So he's trying to corral them in for you. And every single time one of those rises up, as you play the event more and more, it'll bring a stronger wave of hive with a stronger boss you have to fight.
Yeah, like it starts out, moderately easy and then
Por lo
ramps
menos han
up,
metido una zona nueva de
to
Marte
get pretty
y no como
difficult
hacen
by the end.
habitualmente en sus
Let's talk about the
expansiones.
structure
Meter
of the
la
event.
misma zona
They
pero en
just
dirección
activated the
contraria.
event, and it plays out in waves.
That's right.
Yep.
How many waves?
So there's 7 total waves that you go through until you reach the end of the event. And the 7th one, it's no longer the just crashing like horde of hive. It is actually a unique boss fight that has a unique mechanic. And we're actually even one-upping that one more level because we have 5 unique bosses that are going to rotate every week.
Okay. So each wave has its own boss.
Right.
And then the
El arma
final
que
wave
lleva-
has a final boss. And week over week, you have 5 of them, and we will face a different final boss week
Esa
over
espada
week.
es como
And then
la,
once you've
la
played
del
for
1,
5
la
weeks, you will have
espada
encountered all of them,
Extrata.
and then
Then
you
it'll
can
restart
face-
at the first
Yeah.
one
You can
again.
face them again.
And some of the
Mala.
bosses drop things that other
La
bosses
empuña a dos
don't.
manos es la misma espada.
So, like,
Unique rewards to
exactly.
specific bosses?
Yep.
And
Exactly.
unique rewards to this activity too.
Okay.
Yeah, there are things that drop from this activity that you can't
Bueno,
get
nuevo
anywhere else in
planeta,
the game.
supongo, no sé.
So we are seeing people who are fighting with some weapons that we've
No,
never seen
aunque- no
before.
creo
We've
eso-
seen the
no sé.
Graviton Lance before, but some of the
Tampoco
other Guardians
me estás
in the
enseñando
fire
mucho,
team are using weapons that are specific to this activity. Talk to me about why I would want to play Escalation Protocol if I am a lover of new armor and new loot and different ways to fight.
So the weapons are pretty insane. So
escopeta,
you see
¿cuál
right
es?
now
Esa
they're using the
escopeta.
shotgun, Ikelos shotgun. They have unique perks on them. So when he takes a
Esa
melee
escopeta
on the
será
enemy,
nueva.
and then he gets a damage bonus on his shotgun for a few seconds.
It feels a lot to me like Fourth Horseman in some ways, which was
Tiene
one of
pinta
my
de ser
favorite
una
weapons from
escopeta
D1.
exótica.
But it's kind of
Yeah.
cooler because you melee to trigger it and you just unload on the guy.
Yeah, and so that's only the first weapon. We actually have 2 other legendary weapons that are unique. We have a sniper rifle, which has a perk called box breathing, where if you aim down sights long enough before firing a shot, it'll then get a big damage boost to your critical hits.
Okay.
It's such a big damage boost, you're like, whoa, like, I can't believe I did that much damage with 1 bullet. And then it has triple tap on the gun besides that, so you can get some really good, like, high damage moments if you can make all those shots.
That's one of the things that we've needed to add to Destiny 2 is specific activities that give us specific rewards, that have specific perks that help us excel in those activities.
Yeah, that's
Right.
another part of community feedback that we've been hearing loud and clear. We really want to deliver it with Escalation Protocol.
And the armor set is super cool looking as well. It's very like Rasputin.
A ver qué
sort
tal
of
es
theme.
esta
And when
expansión.
you
Ya,
have
como he
the full
dicho
set
antes, la
in completion,
expansión
it just
de
looks pretty
Osiris
rad.
fue
And you're only going to get that armor from this activity.
Correct.
That's right.
So
Fue de risa,
talk
fue
to me
desde
about
la Casa de los Lobos
how
del Uno.
the character progression is structured. If I'm playing Escalation
La
Protocol,
siguiente
what can I expect to earn week over week?
expansión
What can I
de
expect to
mierda
earn
que
every
sacó
single time I complete all 7
Destiny.
waves
Yo no sé
of the activity?
¿Qué
So we have a
expansión
few
ha sido
different
peor?
reward
Si la de la
systems
Casa de los
that
Lobos
working
o
at the same
Osiris.
time inside of the activity.
Yo es que creo que le
One
doy
of the,
el puesto número 1
I think
a
the most
Osiris.
desirable one
Don't
Y eso
wait
que
the
tiene
pause.
That's a high value target.
una medio raid,
Okay.
¿vale?
Public
Digo medio
space, like,
raid
stuff
porque
collides, like a really, really fun ways. But so we have several different systems.
No
When
se
you
considera
finish,
ni raid, se llama
the wave
cubil.
3 and 5.
Cubil es como eso sí es un asalto del modo prestigio.
Items that you only get from this from Escalation Protocol.
Yeah.
The most
Te dura la raid 20 minutos.
Como
Como tengas suerte, 15.
systems. We have those guns we
I'm going to
mentioned.
interrupt you.
¿No veis? La espada
What do we
es
got
la
here?
misma
Oh my
que
gosh, okay,
salía
well, this is
en
the
la
Hive
luna.
sword.
En el
So you
oro.
remember it from the first Destiny. Go get another one. Go get another one.
Como la espada de
Yeah, someone else
Crota.
can grab one too.
Yes.
So there are these shadow rifts that spawn,
Okay.
and you have to take those out, or Hive aren't going to be drawn to the tower, and the time's going to expire. So when you go to take those out, there's a knight that spawns with a sword, and if you kill him, you can actually get the sword for yourself.
Nice.
It's happening right now.
And this is exactly the same sword as we had in D1 that fans may remember from that game. So you can even you can use a super and use a smash, and you don't want to do it on exploding thrall probably. But you can also sword glide with the melee through the air. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of fun, and it breaks up the encounters really well. It's also actually really important because some of these waves are going to just take a massive majors or other high difficulty targets, and they're going to just throw them at you all at once. So instead of maybe using your super or some heavy ammo, you can grab a sword and delicately try to carve your way through them.
This isn't just about shooting Hive and shooting wave after wave after wave of Hive. You're seeing some interesting mechanics here. You're seeing some things that they'll have to work together to accomplish. You see,
Después de lo que han
like
hecho
you
con
were
el
saying,
juego.
sort of the shadow rifts. You're seeing some of the crystals that are suspended up in the air. So
De lo fácil que han
while we
puesto
can leave some of that
una gran
problem
saga.
solving, some of that understanding to the people while they play, what would you tell them about some of the different complexity that you've added to the activity?
One of the things we found is that
Porque ahora mismo Destiny
things
es
like
un
melting
juego
point or even tether, as they're using now, are going to become pretty critical, especially as you move into later waves.
muy
So when
fácil.
we've been playing
Misiones, tanto
we
expansiones
regularly
como misiones
will
como todo.
stop before the playtest and
La han
coordinate.
puesto
Okay, what are you
demasiado,
bringing? Like
demasiado
if I'm
fácil.
bringing Celestial Nighthawk, can you bring Orpheus Rig? And that stuff that
Luego te sacaron la
hasn't
expansión
really
de
been
Osiris,
needed ever in
que la
public
expansión de
spaces before
Osiris
is needed now to complete this.
Yeah,
No
when
pesaba
you
ni 7
aren't
gigas.
running someone with a linking point,
Ni
or you
7
aren't running
gigas
Tractor
pesaba esa
Cannon with the new
expansión.
exotic
Pesaba
update,
más
has
la
this
beta que sacaron en
amazing,
verano
damage buff that it can give to targets. You're going to notice the difference.
Cool.
que el propio
We're
DLC.
seeing, we're seeing some new items
Con un
enter
DLC
their inventory.
Yeah.
sin apenas
one of the
contenido,
items, he may have just gotten one of the armory
sin
codes.
historia,
So you can get armory codes during the event
Dos
and for doing
secuencias
other
de
things
historia.
on Mars and around the game, and you can spend those armory tokens to get a special
Y una
weapon,
incursión, que eso
during
no
the
se puede
event
llamar
that
ni incursión.
You're probably going to need at some point in order to progress.
La
forward.
raid.
Yeah, we call it the Valkyrie.
Una raid que a lo
and
primero
it's basically like a incredible.
La más corta que han sacado hasta el momento, claro. A lo primero tardabas un poquito en pasártela porque vas aprendiendo la dinámica de la raid y por aquí por allí, vale. Pero una vez que ya te sabes las cosas es que es una raid que te pasas en 30 minutos o menos. Quizás menos. Es que no tiene tampoco...
Should we
que no tiene nada, nada más que el monstruo
debut
final
that
y punto, ya
weapon
está.
on stream, or should we save it for the players to discover when they play for themselves?
Well,
Grab it.
Yeah, grab it. It's
All
almost
right.
too good not to use.
Here we go.
Y en esta
And we're
expansión
up. This
que
is
lleva
the Valkyrie.
una escoba.
You can see
lanza.
the Rasputin style tech on board. It's a melee weapon. It's a ranged weapon.
Hola, Manuel.
And it only lasts a short amount of time.
So use it wisely.
Yeah,
Lleva
use it
como una
wisely.
especie de
You wanna,
lanza
bring it out maybe when the boss
que
or
la
the wave
puedes-
comes
la
out,
puedes
or
lanzar
when a
y-
huge amount of ogres
y
spawn,
caer
for
contra el
example.
suelo
It was a
con
good
ella.
moment for
Y hace
theatrical
más o menos lo
demonstration
que se
purposes.
hace con la
Maybe
espada.
not the best tactical moment.
I'm not going to criticize the person.
Esa
playing,
escopeta,
but,
como ya he dicho, parece
we're showing here. We're showing and telling.
Una escopeta exótica por el
And,
modelo que tiene.
I'm seeing things hidden under bridges that I'm not going to talk about.
Tiene pinta de ser una escopeta exótica.
Again, keep that promise and leave.
Oh, there's the sword.
There you
Los
go. Have your
capitanes de la
sword.
colmena.
So which wave are they fighting
Apareció ver a
now?
uno con el
So
escudo.
they're in the third one right now.
Okay.
And there's 7 total.
Seven total.
And they've been getting through these pretty readily.
Los
Keep in
ogros lo
mind
han
that
remodelado un
we're using
poquito
high-level
también.
characters right now.
We have had streams before where we wanted to prove the activity was hard, and what happened was our audience watched people die again and again and again and again.
We actually started testing this out like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had them at like the proper level.
Yep.
The level people be at the first week of play.
I'm sure there are people watching who attended our community summit who actually got to experience this activity, and they'll be going live after stream with their own
Con escudo.
their own analyses, their own takes on what
Vaya
this
escudo.
is. We made them play at a much lower level,
Right.
Because we wanted to demonstrate that this was hard. But for the purposes of this stream, we've leveled these characters up to the point where they've completed the campaign.
Right.
They've probably played this for a few weeks.
They have weapons that
many
drop
weeks.
only from this.
They have weapons that only drop from this, which make them better at performing in this.
Esa es la
So
lanza gravitatoria.
a character's first
Esa no es nueva.
experience in this activity may be very challenging.
Yeah.
Failure
Oh,
may be the
guaranteed.
default state when you first get started.
Yeah.
In fact, you were talking about having
Hang on.
Okay.
What's this?
Whoa, what's this?
Oh,
No.
So here we have Cosmo is demonstrating some of the different armor that we can take a look at, and the best way to show off your armor to yourself
Guante
is to do
Fire
some
57. La
emotes.
escopeta
And
no
we
puede
now
ser
have
exótica porque
an
ya
emote
lleva
wheel. I
el
think
de
you're a little
pulsos
bored with all those
exóticos.
green emotes, but we can
Sí,
definitely
pero esa
get you
escopeta
some,
no está en la
better
expansión
emotes through
de-
your commitment to the game.
oh, you
No
can
está
see
la
the
expansión de
amazing
Osiris.
helmet that you get only
He
from
dicho que tiene
Escalation
pinta de ser
Protocol.
una
Yeah,
escopeta
yeah,
exótica
yeah.
esa que lleva ahora.
So,
Bueno, no, eso no, eso es un arma. Esa arma es
We've got the
nueva.
new emote wheel. That goes in for every single player of Destiny.
Pues se da de
And
leyenda la
that's one of the
escopeta entonces,
Season
porque
3
este arma
upgrades.
también tiene mucha tontería. Parece
Escalation
del mismo
Protocol
modelo.
is exclusive to Warmind.
That's right.
That's correct.
And just to
O
recap,
sea, una escopeta de leyenda entonces.
rewards that are
He dicho
specific
que
to
por
the
la pinta que
activity,
tenía parecía
you made it
exótica.
real hard. In fact,
Yeah.
what was the feedback
Porque
you
se
got? at the
parecía a las
summit?
exóticas
Yeah,
de,
so actually, Jake,
Yeah,
what's the-
at the summit.
de lo que era la casa de
they,
los
you know,
lobos.
they
no
were having,
me acuerdo cómo se llama. El
they
señor de
were
los
finding
lobos,
it
creo que era la
difficult, but
escopeta.
the feedback we got
algo
was
así,
that
no sé.
they would prefer if it was even more difficult. And we were really close to being locked down, but we managed to squeeze in one final change
Estas
specifically
armas
based on the community
son del
feedback from the
nuevo,
summit
de la nueva
to make it
expansión,
even harder.
menos la lanza
The day of the
gravitatoria que habéis
summit,
visto.
that right afterwards, Jake and I went back up to our desks. and
Estas
got
sí son de
cranking
la
on
nueva
making a
expansión.
change
Yeah.
and getting all the right channels like
es
involved
un
for it. And
subfusil.
so now it'll be even harder. It's what people asked for.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out if people should have been more careful about what they wished for. So this
Parecen
begins
todos
on May 8th,
todas del
along
mismo
with
modelo,
Warmind. It must be said
Entonces
that
sí puede
you
ser que
need to
lleve
finish
razón,
the
que esa
Warmind
escopeta
campaign before this is even
sea de
available.
leyenda.
correct. Though if someone else has actually started it, you can engage and follow along even if you haven't finished the campaign. Which you're probably going to help make a difference by being there. You're also going to be probably kind of wrecked. It's because you will be lower level, but at the same time, people can res you. Your bullets will count. So by all means.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is all
La
waiting
escopeta
out
de
there in the
leyenda.
wild,
Te doy la
and
razón.
people can dive in
Quantify.
after they finish the
Lo
campaign
digo
or
por el
during
tema,
in progress if
por
they
el
want to be
modelo que
punished.
tenía
We
que
call it Escalation Protocol.
llevaba la misma, un
We
modelo,
will
mira, esa
actually
es la escopeta.
leave this activity now and
Sí.
leave the rest for discovery by our players.
Es
So
de leyenda. Es
this
que por
fire
el,
team can go back
por
to
el-
orbit.
por el modelo que tenía al
for
principio
the
parecía
next
como si fuera
of
una
our
arma
reveal.
exótica.
Gentlemen,
Pero
thank
no,
you
ya han
so
sacado
much
los otros
for the hard
modelos
work
de
that you put into this,
ese modelo
including
de
rapid responses
rama
to
de
community
armas
feedback
y
in what was literally the 11th
tiene
hour.
toda la pinta de ser de leyenda.
Glad to see you collaborating with some people in our community to make sure that you dial it up to
Ya
11
vi
at
el
their
demo,
request.
mola,
Yeah,
luego
yeah.
vuelvo.
We did it.
Ok,
It's fun
ok,
for us
ok.
too.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to say to the Guardians in our audience before we move along to take a look at the Crucible?
Looking forward to playing it with everyone.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you out in the world and doing Escalation Protocol.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for being on stream today. And we will talk to you again about this once
Esperemos
we
que
get
esta
some player
expansión sea mejor
stories
que la de
coming at us
Osiris.
from out in the wild.
Vuelvo a reiterar que la de
Up
Osiris
next, we're going to
fue
take a look at some updates for Season 3
Muy mal.
that are about to hit
Muy mala, una
Destiny.
expansión malísima,
And to accomplish this, let's introduce you to
Al igual
two combatants in our
que
fire
hay
team
otras personas
that will
muy
be
buenas.
sparring in this live fire exercise. You should
La
know
expan-
Cosmo by
la
now, your
expansión de
friendly
Osiris.
community manager.
macho.
As well
Super
as
corta,
Kevin
muy
Yanis,
escasa de
who is a
contenido,
designer
una
on the
raid
Crucible
que eso
team,
no se puede llamar
who you
raid.
may remember from our most recent Bungie
Y
bounty.
bueno, esperemos que la
Gentlemen,
raid de
good morning.
aquí
Good
sea
morning.
más larga.
So
porque
you have the comm. Talk to us about what you'd like to reveal today, and then we'll get to playing some games.
So today,
Porque falta
the
en el
Crucible team is
acora-
gonna
en
talk to you
el-
about two important features coming in Season 3. Both of these are available to all
En lo que
players
es el
of
acorazado
Destiny,
ese del tío
regardless of
ese.
Warmind ownership. And those are Crucible ranks and
desde la primera
Private.
raid falta un
I'm gonna
circulito
open
donde
up
va a
with
ir la
Crucible
segunda.
ranks here.
La tercera.
So starting in Season 3, all players are going to be invited to the
Jesús.
world of Crucible ranks.
Han
and
metido
you're gonna have a
Marte, han
choice
metido
of
un
two
planeta
ranks,
nuevo. No me lo
which
puedo
really
creer.
dictate like how you're going to play and how what type of investment you're going to make into the game.
Esperemos que se pueda investigar parte entero. Es en el primer Destiny que meten un planeta entero en una expansión. Acordaros que en el Destiny 1 no metieron planetas. Iban parcheando sobre los planetas que ya había. Metieron Phobos, pero era como era un asteroide que hacían las misiones y punto. Eso lo podían investigar. Aquí, por lo que parece, Marte lo vas a poder hacer patrullas y todo. Bueno. Algo es algo ya, ¿eh? La mira de su fusil es como la de Sleeper Simulant. Están chulas, la verdad. A ver, en la práctica. El día 8 de mayo lo vamos a comprobar. El día 8 de mayo en directo aquí. Directo de la expansión.
You really want to stay in the game as well, because if you leave early, you're going to get hit with the loss. Each rank features a form of streaking. So Valor, as you can win consecutively, you'll earn more points up to a cap, and that'll reset back down.
Streak bonus.
Correct. There's streak bonuses. Glory features the same type of streak bonus, but it also features a loss streak, which means if you're losing a lot, it's going to hurt more. That also caps that as well.
Okay.
And that's there, to add a little bit more of the risk of playing a competitive match, but I believe players who wanted this type of system wanted that type of risk. And
sí, es como Mercurio, la nueva marca.
Am I getting anything other than this?
You're absolutely getting stuff. So starting in Season 3, we're actually changing up the way Crucible rewards work.
Esperemos que no sea el mismo Marte del 1. Ya sabéis que Bungie en sus expansiones hacen unos reflectos y bueno, pues suele hacer el mismo mapa, pero en vez de ir para adelante, para atrás, ¿vale? Para que parezca algo diferente, que luego te das cuenta de que es el mismo, pero en dirección contraria. Esperemos que Marte no sea igual, ¿no? Supongo que será una zona nueva de Marte. Y que si sale ahí el planeta, supongo yo que lo podrás inspeccionar. Podrás buscar tesoros y hacer eventos y hacer todo lo que salga, como en cualquier planeta normal.
And that will actually be one tracked in an emblem, but also be a way that you unlock certain rewards.
So if I see somebody that has like 735 resets, we know that they played a lot of.
Ahí tiene 384 de luz, como estáis viendo, pero creo que el máximo es 385. Le meten 50 puntos de poder.
So these are two emblems you get for completing that intro quest, and as you see here,
enseñarán algo de las de la raid.
I like emblems, but is there any sort of rewards that I can actually like use?
Yo creo que no va a haber más directo, nada más que este.
I'll get to that in just a second.
Este directo ya el día 8.
Those of you who are interested in the Glory rank actually tracks your rank points in real time, which means this is exactly how much you have slapped on if you want to peek out a bit.
Lo que esperemos, Frumioso, es que esta expansión sea más grande que la de Osiris.
A tangible reward. There's already a series of brand new guns that you're going to get. You're going to be able to earn from completing ranks and earning ranks. But there's specifically one gun each season that we're going to deliver that's going to be the chase. It's for Season 3. That's Redrix's Claymore. And this gun is unlike many guns because it features a new perk called Desperado. So as you see here, it has barrel shapes, it has Outlaw, fan favorite, which is actually getting buffed in the 1.2.0 patch so that it refreshes every headshot kill. No cooldown. And Desperado, well,
la tabla de habilidades del arma me gustaba más como estaba en el 1. En el 2 es que mismas armas, mismas tablas de habilidades, no salen diferentes. Es que en eso la han cagado. En eso la han cagado. La busca de espectro para volver, que lo sepáis. No sé cuándo lo pongan.
So for those of you who want to earn this, you have to set your sights on Fabled. Make your way there.
So we're not just giving that to everybody.
Absolutely not. This is going to be, I predict, one of the harder rewards to earn. If you see somebody with this, you know they're good, and you know.
Vamos a tener que contratar un traductor para la próxima.
So, with that said,
let's take a look at
private match.
Yes, it's back.
Yes, it's pretty insane.
Dale a Marte, hombre.
So, private match is back. It's everything you have known and loved about the Destiny 1 private match with some of our new game modes, and we've heard the feedback for certain about some of the options not necessarily fitting people's preferences. So we've done things like stripped out time of day and stuff like that, so that they're more focused on game options.
So what are we playing today?
So today we're going to be playing one of the two maps. which one of those maps is Meltdown. We won't be playing that today, but we will be looking at Solitude. Solitude is a brand new map that does require Warmind ownership. As with any DLC map in private matches,
you need to have ownership.
If I'm playing in the playlist,
los mapas nuevos.
Good to go.
La verdad es que no me interesa mucho eso.
And that is actually a survival map. It's one we built for survival. It plays very well in survival. We're very excited. And we're going to play a little bit accelerated.
Lo toco para conseguir ciertos objetos. No suelo jugarlo por jugar.
6,
como por ejemplo cuando juego a Battlefield.
Version, we sped it up a little bit just to get it a little more snappy, but today we're going to be playing 6. So we're going to play Solitude Survival. And we're going to show off some new sandbox stuff.
Let's do it.
Boom.
Cool. Thanks, guys. So just to recap, Season 3 delivers private matches and seasonal crucible rankings to every player of Destiny 2. We're also delivering the new crucible maps that we're releasing with Warmind. You'll be able to enjoy those in matchmaking. If you want to use them in private matches, you do need to own the expansion. So as they depart toward this new match, I'd like to introduce you to the final wave of developers that are in the hot seats.
Final boss.
Our final bosses for the day are John Wisniewski. Morning.
Morning.
And Josh Hamrick.
Hello.
You probably have seen these two gentlemen talking about their work on many occasions.
Hola, Rogano, pues aquí estamos viendo las cosillas que va a traer la nueva expansión, lo poco que están enseñando, porque tampoco se están explicando mucho, la verdad. Han enseñado ahí unas armas nuevas. Han agregado el planeta Marte a la carta estelar. El planeta Marte, supongo que podremos investigar el Marte, podremos buscar tesoros, hacer eventos y todo lo que se puede hacer en los planetas. No creo que sea solo misiones y punto. Aunque tú puedes saber que porque esta gente ya sabemos cómo son.
The exotic weapon pass that is going to be going live in May is that we wanted to increase the feeling of exoticness or power or
no sabemos si la Rey va a estar en Marte o va a estar en la nave de Calus.
With the focus of just making everything
no, tampoco ha salido eso.
Faster,
ya sabéis que si no mal recuerdo en Marte no ha habido nunca ninguna raíz, ¿no, chicos?
Leaning into the exotic fantasy or the gameplay.
Si no recuerdo mal, ¿no? O si ha habido alguna raíz en Marte. En el 1 está Jota que está en la Luna. La expansión de los lobos no tenía raid. Tenía el presidio. El acorazado de Oris.
Okay. Well,
like Fighting Lion that you see here is now a beast. John can tell you everything it does, but it is
no había raíz en Marte. No sé, yo preferiría que la metieran en Marte en vez de en el acorazado de Calus. Sinceramente. Porque es que eso es una puta basura. Las raíces ahí son una mierda. Pero aunque falta un circulito a la derecha, que parece que va a ir otra raíz ahí. Si la ponen, bueno, que sea más larga que la de Osiris, porque la de Osiris, eso es un asalto a otro nivel. Que los de Bungie reducen que los de Bungie recuerden que la actualización siguiente a esta no entra en el Season Pass, así que si la cagan en esta van mal. No, en Marte ni había.
Weapons, or did you pick some very specific targets that you wanted to focus on?
Almost all of them. There's only a handful.
La actualización siguiente, tú te refieres, Furmioso, al siguiente DLC que sale en septiembre, como si siguen la hoja de ruta, que normalmente siguieron con el 1, debe de salir en septiembre de este año. El tercer DLC, que debe de ser pues más largo, como dos de estos juntos. Bueno, como dos de estos juntos. No vamos a contar el DLC de Osiris, que eso no fue ni expansión siquiera.
That one just came together really nicely. I think it's going to be a really good weapon for all activities. Yeah. It's going to be great. I think it'll definitely, in the PvP world, it'll definitely give Vigilance Wing a run for its money.
Os puedo adelantar, porque es obvio, es de cajón y es obvio, que en septiembre, en la gran expansión de Destiny, vamos a llamarla así, va a continuar lo que pasó al final de la historia del juego base. ¿Vale? Cuando explota el estratega y suelta esa luz, o cuando más bien hace esa explosión y suelta esa onda expansiva de luz que recorre toda la galaxia y las naves que buscan que buscan.
You're welcome to go take a seat, Captain. All right, fine. Oh, well, that wasn't it.
Bueno, las naves que buscan al al planeta ese, no me acuerdo cómo se llama, que lo he dicho y ya se me ha ido de la cabeza. Se dan la vuelta.
Risk Runner, so currently Risk Runner.
Yo creo que ahí continuará esa historia, lo que es la gran expansión, y supongo yo que, digo yo, me atrevo a decir que ahí meterán una raza nueva de enemigos.
We increased the amount of arc damage resistance you get when the weapon activates, and then we enabled that for PvP.
Sí.
So now you can run Risk Runner.
La que supuestamente será grande como el Rey de los Poseídos de septiembre.
Take half damage from the arc source.
Costará 40 euros, 40 dólares, cada uno no sé, en el país que estéis. Aquí en Europa será 40 euros, como supongo yo, como costó el Rey de los Poseídos, que la verdad es que estuvo a un muy buen precio porque fue una expansión cojonuda y para mí, lo mejorcito que ha sacado Destiny como expansión. Con la mejor raid, me gustó la raid de Oris, me gustó mucho más que la de Ateón. Está Oris, Ateón, Crota, los señores de hierro, en ese orden. Espero que no la caguen.
Map settings.
Toquemos madera, que ya sabéis esto. Te enseñan todo lo bonito de la expansión y luego cuando vas a jugarla, lo que has visto ha sido lo mejor que tiene. Ese DLC y luego todo lo demás es mierda. En esta de Marte estará igual. Sabatur viendo tanta colmena podría ser interesante. Pues no lo sé. De momento ha salido un pequeño tráiler donde aparece Anastasia Bryan o algo así. Anastasia se llamaba, eso seguro. Y no sé recordar a Anastasia. Hay algo que se llame Anastasia, hablaron de Anastasia, no me acuerdo.
And so we just kind of wanted to give it some sparkle, some pizzazz. And so what we did is we sort of like looked at the duality nature of the weapon where fires fast from hit and fires
porque
slow.
se vaya suscribiendo la peña y ya me queda al menos.
We just sort of like, okay, let's make a more distinctive separation.
Ya sabéis que en Destiny, mientras que tenga cosas que hacer en Destiny, va a haber directo de Destiny a 1080 y a 60 fotogramas por segundo.
We put explosive rounds on the weapon.
De hecho, tengo que hacer directos porque voy a ir subiendo fragmentos de leyenda que no tengo, no tengo, o sea, lo gasté, como no he vuelto a jugar, pues ahora tengo que jugar para tener fragmentos de leyenda para la siguiente expansión, esta expansión del Extratega, y poder mejorar armas y armaduras, ¿no? Están enseñando Crisol. Que la verdad no me interesa mucho.
Screw it, man. We're trying to make exotics strong and awesome. Let's put some tracking on this thing, so you kind of don't have to aim all that much.
Target seeking rounds.
Yep.
All right. The first version of that was strong.
It was insane.
Show me those target seeking rounds.
Really strong.
That's nasty.
It would track you down.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That is awesome. That's going to be fun, man. That is going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely great to like how Kevin's using it here. It's a really fun weapon to use as a warlock. It's sort of your like
sort of
raining fire. Almost
pues no sé que tampoco.
Sky burner.
Oh God! Look at that. Have fun with your palm.
No salió nada de Sabato.
Have fun with your groan-worthy palm.
Lo que salió ha sido eso, una tía con un poder muy raro. Es que parece como un cibo.
We basically gave it the same functionality that Borealis has now, where you can hold down.
Con las habilidades que tenía, lo que ha hecho con los ojos.
You can hold down the reload button. To change damage types on the fly.
Okay.
And then we did something that I'm really excited about. So one of the things that people know and love about Hardlight, of course, as you can see there, is that it bounces willy-nilly all over the place.
Indeed.
The utility of that is not super strong. There's a lot of spectacle there. It feels like a laser light show, but trying to actually pull something off with that has been difficult. So what we did is with hard light now, every time a bullet ricochets,
el Quixol tenían que cambiarlo, tenían que volver a poner los francotiradores como secundarias.
You're going to be doing twice as much damage. A little bit harder to hit, but when you do get the hits, it's going to pay off.
El Quixol lo han destrozado también. No usa nadie los snipers, no los usa nadie. Cuando en el 1 los usaba todo el mundo, ahora en el 2 es que no los usa nadie. Para uno que ves por ahí en 40 partidas ves a uno con un sniper.
Exhibition here. Wondering if we can get, as much as you've talked about Graviton Lance, I wonder if we can get Graviton Lance equipped on that character. Thank you so much.
Ahora no los uso. Encima, por dos cosas, porque la han puesto en pesada y la munición que lleva es pesada. Y porque la mirilla del sniper no se la puedes cambiar. Lleva un zoom que no ves un carajo con el zoom que llevas en la mirilla del sniper. Es que es un zoom demasiado grande. No le puedes cambiar la mirilla para hacer el zoom más pequeño como en el 1. Aquí no, es el zoom que lleva y punto. Y es que no ves un carajo con ese zoom.
So basically, so one of the things we did to Graviton is we made it a 2-round.
Está demasiado cerca.
3-round burst. So the first bullet's a little bit weaker. The second bullet is much stronger with a little bit harder kick. But that's
los francotiradores en el 1.
Como
munición especial estaba cojonudo. Las escopetas no. Las escopetas yo veo bien que se las hayan puesto en pesada, porque las escopetas eran francopetas, te pegan un tiro y te matan, pero los francotiradores un tiro en la cabeza, la escopeta donde te pegue, están matando un tiro, macho.
And when those changes sort of like rolled our way and we play tested, we were like,
bueno, como veis están enseñando Crisol, están enseñando un mapa nuevo. El tío va con lanza gravitatoria.
What do we do? We're like,
por lo menos aquí en España se llama así.
People love it. We're just going to keep it. So, yeah.
No han mostrado armas de leyenda nuevas, pero no han mostrado ningún exótico. Así que diga, oh, madre mía, ese exótico ha vuelto. No me extrañaría que pusieran el Garia o la rompehielos o alguna de esas del 1. Ya sabéis que creo que en este DLC también le van a meter alguna arma exótica y armadura del 1. Mal hecho. Yo sinceramente veo fatal que le estén metiendo a Destiny 2 armas y armaduras del 1. Si es un juego nuevo, continuista de la saga, claro está, pero un nuevo, una segunda parte, no deberían haberle metido ni armas ni armaduras del 1. Debería haber sido todo nuevo. Todo.
It's going to play the same. It's going to be very consistent.
Oh, no.
Eso es
what we did to make Crimson a more competitive
la prueba de que se han quedado sin ideas en este juego. Contratan a gente. Contratan a gente para hacer cosas nuevas. Le piden ayuda a la comunidad, cosa que yo veo fatal. Que le pidan ayuda a la comunidad de Destiny. A una comunidad pues que no sabemos de programación y las ideas que tenemos son ideas absurdas, como he podido leer yo que ¿por qué no le ponéis que las motos disparen? Batallas espaciales de naves. Eso mejoraría el juego.
¿En serio? Crimson is a 3-round burst, and it also
sí, es verdad que puede haber alguna idea que sea buena, pero mayormente nosotros no tenemos estudios de esto, no hemos estudiado de esto. Son ellos los que tienen que tener las ideas. Para eso son los que ganan dinero, ¿no? Son ellos los que han estudiado. A nosotros nos tienen que dar hecho y que nos guste. Y no pedirnos ayuda para hacer un juego. Yo lo veo así. Yo creo que la comunidad también ha roto este juego. Quiero decir, la comunidad, por culpa de Bungie, que le ha pedido consejos a la comunidad para qué hacer con el juego. O qué ponerle al juego. Si le han hecho caso, malamente. Pero bueno. Es lo que hay. Es una saga que ahora mismo está muerta, Hay un poca gente jugando. Sí, es verdad que cuando meten cosas, todo el mundo que nos gusta esto volvemos, pero enseguida nos vamos otra vez de nuevo. Yo sinceramente soy una persona que no me puedo tirar 4 o 5 meses, una vez que lo he hecho todo, No me puedo tirar 4 o 5 meses repitiendo la misma cosa una y otra vez hasta que saque la siguiente expansión o jugando todo el mismo año un mismo juego. No puedo.
See if you can get some of those crispy two taps.
Give me some crispy two taps. Not bad.
There we go. So
he's got it primed.
He's now got a primed overcharged bullet, which means he can get a 2-shot kill.
Pues no están usando aquí armas nuevas, no están mostrando.
So how this one is going to work is Sturm and Drang are paired weapons. There it is. So you get a kill with Drang, it automatically...
Oh, you're just so bored with yourself. You're just so awesome, you're so bored with yourself.
Getting a kill with Drang automatically reloads Sturm, and it adds 1 bonus round to the magazine.
Rugalo dice que tiene ganas de la expansión. Rugalo, pero si luego te pasa lo que te pasa. Si juegas 2 horas, no haces ni la expansión, no subes al máximo de luz y no juegas más.
Are going to have a significant amount of bonus damage.
But you only need 1.
But you only need 1.
Si estás más tiempo pajeándote que jugando.
Shots to the head to get a kill in Crucible. And then in the PvE world, you can get kills with Drang all day. Overload Sturm up to 20 rounds.
Rugalo.
Well, those are the 2 Crucible matches that we were going to play today. Some good pearls there about the exotic weapon tuning. We don't need to reveal every single detail on stream. Might as well
de leyenda,
confirmado. Our exotic weapon reviews from our community, and that'll be a good opportunity for us to understand if we've gotten closer to the sweet spot. We'd love to hear your opinions about these exotic weapons. You'll have an opportunity to get your hands on them on May 8th, when Season 3 begins with the launch of Warmind.
De la misma rama del subfusil, fusil de explorador, fusil de pulso que han mostrado. Cañón de mano no he visto ninguno. Pistola sí, pero cañón de mano no.
I'm genuinely excited. It was joy working on this, like just making everything a little bit cooler and a little bit better. I can't wait for people to get their hands on it, and if it's not good enough, let us know. Do another pass.
Hopefully it is. Looking forward to the videos that come out. We also finished fixing the sniper scope bug, and so snipers out there, like, your time has arrived. Super excited about the montages and stuff that will show up.
Cool.
Yeah, and all this. So, yeah.
All right. Well, this begins a larger conversation about Warmind and Season 3. That conversation will continue. We'll continue to give you a glimpse at how some of the different exotic weapons are changing. We'll give some different developer insights for some of the activities that we've revealed today. And we've still got a couple of weeks to set expectations about all of this. So we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for watching. We're looking forward to seeing you play Warmind. We're looking forward to bumping into you out in the wild as we play some Escalation Protocol. And of course, there's an entire new campaign, an entire new story to tell, and I hope we haven't spoiled too much of that for you. I'm Deej from Bungie. It's been my pleasure to host today, and we'll begin this conversation.
Una hora de directo. Bueno,
Guardians are supposed to investigate their past.
Arma que lleva la espalda.
That's the rule. But I'm not good with rules. Not when there's this much at stake.
Este trailer salió antes.
The Clovis spray tech in that building allowed us to colonize the system during the Golden Age.
Han mostrado 4 o 5 armas nuevas.
We sought to create peace for all humanity, which is ironic because they also built Rasputin, the single most powerful weapon in the solar system. Either way, it's all been entombed on Mars since the collapse. Along with something far more terrifying.
Que la carta estelar sale Marte, que supongo que podremos movernos libremente por él. Y ya está, esto... Han mostrado exóticos, nuevos, armaduras nuevas, la que llevaban los personajes, creo que alguna era nueva. hechicero. Y mi incursión no han mostrado nada. No le han dado el planeta Marte, a ver qué es lo que tiene. No sé si esto se ha terminado ya. Sí. Pues nada, pues esto se ha terminado ya. Han enseñado nada y menos, chavales. Como siempre, Bungie y sus historias. Ya veremos que yo creo que la van a volver a cagar, ¿vale? Pues nada, chavales, pues se acabó. Así, esto ha sido lo poco que han mostrado de la expansión, que la verdad ha sido una caca. Pensaba yo que iban a mostrar un poco más, sinceramente. Tenían que haber mostrado algo joder, pues haber enseñado alguna arma exótica, haber enseñado un poquito de lo que es la nueva raid, haberle dado a Marte para que veamos lo que trae Marte por dentro, ¿vale? Lo que se puede hacer, como cuando tú le das a un planeta para ir a hacer eventos, patrullas y cosas así. No han mostrado absolutamente nada. No se ha visto ni un colibrí. Sí ha salido un colibrí. En la primera misión que estaban haciendo de Marte ha salido un colibrí como blanco, así fosforescente o algo así. Pero no han mostrado nada así. Quizás las naves que llevaban, no me he dado cuenta de las naves si eran nuevas, pero vamos, eso es lo de menos. Lo dicho. No han mostrado absolutamente nada, como siempre Bungie en su línea, ¿sabes? Así quieren levantar el juego, así quieren levantar la comunidad de Destiny, que estamos hasta los cojones de esta gente. No, Bungie no. Así lo único que vas a hacer es que no te compren la tercera entrega. Y que tu juego vaya al declive, como ya está. Porque ahora mismo Destiny está obsoleto. Están los super fans, super mega fans de este juego. Pues nada, chavales, lo vamos a ir dejando aquí. Yo voy a preparar otro directo. Quizás un poquito de PUBG. Far Cry 5, no sé, me lo pensaré, ¿vale? Pero en unos minutos estoy por aquí con un directo de un gameplay. Así que ya sabéis, like si os gustó, like si no os gustó, que os suscribáis si no estáis suscritos y que nos vemos en unos minutos en el próximo directo. La semana que viene algún directo más, el martes de la semana que viene, para mostrar más, me iré informando también, haré otro directo y si no, pues ya el día 8, pues estaremos por aquí también sin falta con la nueva expansión, sea como sea y pase lo que pase, ¿ok? Hasta ahora, chicos, chao.
Fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the same. I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, ooh. I was broken from a young age, taking my soul into the masses, writing my poems for the few that looked at me, took to me, shook to me, feeling me, singing my heartache. From the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the above. All the hate that you've heard has turned your spirit to a dough. Oh,